Hey everyone, my name is KryptoCal, and welcome to the next episode and last episode of GregTech Gauntlet. In the last episode, we got all of the requirements that we are going to need for the Starforge, and I actually went ahead and did a little bit of work in between episodes. I added an MK3 reactor that is making us even more europium because we needed an absolute ton of europium. What we needed it for was the energy clusters. These are very, very expensive. And so far we do have quite a few. Every so often we'll be AFKing and crafting up 8 here, 8 there, because these do just take forever to craft considering how expensive they are. Hundreds and hundreds of chips. This is just for 8, remember. And we need to have 16 of these per star, and we need to have 18 stars to get all of the stars we need for the B. And this all started with the Lapotron dust, which is made by combining lapis dust and energium dust. So in this wing right here, I have a very simple setup where we are making the energium dust with redstone and ruby dust. Here we're just macerating lapis down into the dust form, mixing it together to make the Lapotron dust, and then this is just macerating some ruby. And then over in the UHV section over here, I have where we are turning this Lapotron dust with some distilled water into the Lapotron, where they are then brought in here and combined with an HV circuit to turn into the Lapotron crystals. And then once we have these, we actually just use a laser engraver inside of a clean room to turn them into the engraved Lapotron crystal chip, which we're doing right here in this engraver. The first tier of Lapotron energy orb is actually being produced and kept in stock automatically here, but after that, we are basically making these on demand using the assembly line recipes. So apart from that energy cluster, we are basically ready to go. We've been crafting up all the materials that we're gonna need for the Starforge, and we have pretty much everything we need except for some liquid europium. That's because all of our current europium is going into ingot production. Yeah, we have 1,500 europium, so we're getting close to stocking up this drawer, but for now I can actually just probably pause this just to let us stock a little bit more of the fluid. We need 64 tritium coils, which I did actually pre-craft, so we do have those 64 right here. The superconducting coil, we need 38 total, and then the atomic casings are made up, and this supercharged coil. Now, supercharged coils, we actually do have these from Mechanism. I brought some of these over, so we actually have more than enough here. We just need 6. There's our atomic casing. We require 224 black clear stained glass. And yeah, so we're just missing a couple more of the coils and then the actual Starforge itself. But once we have those, we are all ready to set it up. We thought that because the Starforge was kind of our final multi-block that we are going to be needing, what better place to put it than right in the center where it all began so many months ago. What we're going to do here is, or what we did here is we covered this with tinted glass. So from the bottom, if you look up at this, it does kind of have that really nice darkened look. Because we're putting it in the center and the lights kind of signifying each wing, we can run those lights into the middle as if all the wings are like contributing their power
that'd be cool.
to the Starforge. I think that's kind of fun. Yeah, something like this could be kind of cool. What do you think, Grace?
Oh, that just looked good. Okay, I like that.
Well, anyway, I can craft up the Starforge. It's being crafted as we speak. Oh, is it wider than it is tall? 13 tall and it's 15 wide.
You really couldn't have made it a 15 by 15 or a 13 by 13, Greg. Come on.
I'm gonna use the terminal and just hope that it does it right.
Learn once again that it's not going to do it the way you want it to.
And I'm hoping that if I shift right click this thing,
the terminal will
work.
The
terminal won't let me down for the final time. It'll actually just come clutch right now in these final moments.
Is that right?
No.
Imagine if this was a broken multi-block.
All right, let's try this again. We're gonna build this from the ground up.
I think it's missing a couple blocks.
Wait, it was just formed. Put it back. Whatever you just did, stop. There we go.
Is it good?
It formed somehow. So this is the Starforge. What we can do is probably just bring a wireless connector down here and then just wire it into each side, and that should be good. Like so. We're gonna get ourselves a pattern provider, and we'll call this Starforge. And this should be good enough for all of our recipes. This has 16 inputs. The robust star housing is something we have to make inside the forge. The cable of hyperconductivity is the one that uses all of the superconductors and all 3 of the different rubber types. The super thermal transference coil is ultimate voltage coil, titanium coil, and large Nequadria battery. The star compression module is made inside of the Starforge as well. This is the expensive one that requires the energy clusters. Now we can craft the star compression module, which is good. So that's one of them taken care of. Let's just put the Greg Star recipe right into the Starforge.
Let's do it.
We're only missing one item for the Greg Star. Absolute reaction plating. Fusion coils, MK3s, and fusion glass. Not too bad. Uranium-235. That I don't know if we actually have. Yeah, we're missing the uranium. We're missing some IV circuits. Missing a little bit of europium and indium tin barium. We gotta get a little bit of the buffer situation solved here. Europium needs to come in a little bit faster, and then also your uranium-235, liquid magnesium and mercury. Okay, I'll pin this then. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll just take away one of our europium MK1s here. But I do need to change our recipe. So we're looking at here mercury and liquid magnesium.
Oh, crap. Cal, I'm in the reactor, Cal. Help.
You're toast.
Help.
All right. Liquid uranium-235 is being made. Here we go. Indium tin barium. We'll give this one an upgrade as well. All we're missing to craft the Greg Star, Grace, is liquid uranium-235 and 45 europium ingots.
That's it?
Again, we are going to need multiple Greg Stars. Let's see. 18 Greg Stars. Oh yeah, lots of stuff. A lot of this stuff is just buffer issue stuff though. It'll just start making more of it once we use it. So I'm not super concerned about a lot of it. It looks pretty bad, but I think it should fill up relatively fast. Moment of truth. We almost have enough europium for the star coming in. I think we may have just crossed that threshold. So let's see. Can we craft up our very first Greg Star? Apparently we can. Everything is here. Request.
You ready? After this, I think I want a t-shirt that said, I went through GregTech, but all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Why is that not running?
I'm not sure. It's odd. Oh, it's working.
Hmm?
Why is it working? Why is it working?
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Everything just turned on.
What?
It's making the things, Cal.
I literally just teleported inside it with the staff and then it started working. It's doing the star compression module. Okay. Oh, it's doing the Greg Star.
It takes like 2 minutes.
We're actually getting it. We did it.
That's a weird thought. Yeah, we did it. I don't know how to feel about that quite yet. This was a long journey. But we're not even done. We're 1/18th of the way there.
Let's just take the small victories. We'll take the Greg Star.
I don't have my B.
3, 2,
You're off by 1.
We did it.
We have the Greg Star.
Obtained the Greg Star.
Why aren't we getting... We're not getting the quest reward. No, we didn't. Because we didn't hold the individual components, Cal. Not again.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have the not a neutronium plunger.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Would Greg be proud? I think he'd be proud. Right? We did okay.
Honestly, I have a plunger. That's all. I didn't even know this was a reward. But now that I know this... Oh, it removes... fluids from machines? Cool.
I guess so. Here, you want to see it?
Oh, it's so blue. We did it, but we didn't get any quest rewards. What the heck's that about? Guess we gotta do it again. And again, and again, and again. Anyways.
Well, hold on. Can we craft up another? We can.
We can? We have enough?
We can craft 2. Can we craft 3?
Ooh.
We cannot craft 3. But we can definitely craft another one.
Ooh, it gave me new wire cutters, Cal.
Neutronium.
Neutronium
Ooh.
one. Unbreakable. Oh, okay. There's another one. You see these cool new tools I got, Cal? Look at these.
Ooh.
I am the champion. Oh, I got a saw. What's the attack damage of a saw? I got an enchanted book. Efficiency 3. Wow.
At long last, we have reached our destination. You have crafted the coveted Greg Star.
Well, we're not quite there yet because we want to get the B, but that is largely the end of our GregTech Gauntlet. Oh, Greg Star Champion. There's a coin. What is... I'm not reading that out loud.
Wow, much coin. How money. So crypto, please. Very currency.
Wow. It said crypto. Hey, roll credit.
The Greg Star Champion. That's proof right there.
It has a D on it, and it looks like it's a Dogecoin.
Maybe it is.
It is a Dogecoin. Hover over the coin itself, it's Dogecoin.
But with that, our journey towards the Greg Star has been completed. We survived the gauntlet. We conquered GregTech. We automated everything. And what do we have to show for it? Dogecoin. We do still have plans to craft up the Greg Bee and give him an extra block to flower as the final challenge that we are ready to undertake for this pack. That is going to be just a lot of waiting for resources to fill back up and buffers to fill back up. So that might not be the most exciting thing ever. We're going to kind of pick away at this as we go here. And just a quick update over here, I've been working on getting a lot of the buffers upgraded for some of our machines that are producing us important resources like these chips. I found that the main thing that we're running out of when we're going to craft these stars is actually the chips, surprisingly enough, because they do get made quite slowly and it takes an absolute ton of them. So apart from going ahead and just kind of upgrading some drawer buffers to hold more than a stack at a time or stuff like that, I've also doubled our production of our HPIC wafers. I've upgraded the chemical reactors here to be the ultimate versions, and I've actually made 2 of them. And every chemical reactor is paired with its own cutter, so this basically is about the right speed, but these are turning the HPIC wafers into the chips, and we have stocked now at least a good amount of these. So we should be good now. If I take a look here, we are at 8 stars crafted, which means that we just need 1 more star because we need 1 Greg Star block to get the Greg Star B spawn egg. So we have 8 of these 16 amp UHV energy hatches coming, which is what we're going to need to get the Greg Star B. So let's go ahead and also get this last Greg Star crafted up here because this does take 15 minutes considering we do need to have the circuit of not being a noob anymore.
We should be getting those certificates going like ASAP because we're going to need a lot of them.
Well, I changed the recipe here for the certificate to do 4 at a time. I forgot to put the UHV research in. Research station takes 128 CWU per tick, and I think that means that I am going to have to add another computation unit to our research station. 108. Yep. So we need at least 1 more. All right. So we have the UV energy hatch, the data module, and this is now hooked in with the other computation array. So now we have 144 CWU per tick, which will be enough to start this recipe. Put this inside the data bank here. And now we should be able to request the UHV energy hatches. Then once we have a couple more UV energy hatches, what we'll do is we'll just replace the ZPM ones here. And that will then overclock this assembly line to the UHV tier, which I think will then allow the other craft to start. Just like so. Exactly. Just started. Well, it's what's the problem here? There we go. Okay, it was just a power issue, but now it's running. 50 seconds for a UHV energy hatch. Once it's done, I'll just replace it with a UHV 16 amp hatch here, and also 1 over here. And then we should have everything that we need to craft up infinite UHV energy hatches to upgrade all of our other multi-blocks that we need. All right, now that I have a UHV energy hatch in here, and I actually have 2 UHV energy hatches on this top extruder, this is now going to be running at UIV speeds, but also allow a max recipe tier of 1 up from that, the UEV. Now that we're 1 tier above the tier of the certificate recipe, we should be able to actually craft up 4 at a time. So if I go ahead and here request this, I adjusted the recipe to include 4, which is going to cost us quite a bit more neutronium. But if I go ahead and start this, let's see what actually happens here. Okay, so we have the blocks of neutronium here. I'm not sure why this hasn't actually started though. All of the blocks are in here. Oh, there we go. Oh, so now that works. Okay, so now that I changed the parallel hatch to 4 recipes only max in parallel, for some reason having 16 put in here ended up kind of freezing the whole thing. But now that we have this in here, it's running 4 certificates every 410 seconds. Now we're able to do basically 1 certificate per 100 seconds or so, which is better than 1 per 800.
Significantly better. And also, we have our first non-neutronium spawn egg. And we're a large way towards the next grouping.
After this craft, we need to do basically 40 more. So 10, but to run this whole cycle through 10 more times at 410 seconds, 4,100 seconds, and unfortunately 3,600 seconds is in an hour.
Whee!
So we're looking at about an hour and a half of bulk crafting.
Or just temporarily take out the pattern stuff for the bottom.
That is technically true.
If we can half that time by running 2 of these machines, that would be significantly better.
Yeah, probably, wouldn't it? And then once we have all the bees squished and get all that stuff, then it's finally going to be time to craft up our very first Greg Star bee and all.
My mission to catch them all is nearly successful.
I remember back near the beginning of this series, we would look at the Greg Star bee. You would be like, I want him. And I'm like, well, we're never going to get him, so good luck. And you're like, but I want him though.
But I
And-
want him.
and now we're actually getting him. And I told you that we weren't going to, so I'm a liar.
I win. Oh, we have 4 more. We can get the Greg bee now. I actually don't think I've ever shown you the processing because you let me do bees off camera for the most part. And I figured, what an odd time, but we should totally do this now on camera. It's a great little setup. It's done every single bee. I've processed everything in this little manual setup. Ta-da!
Never gets any
I
more
did it.
humane.
It doesn't. It's very sad every time, but it's unfortunately inevitable.
I'm going to put the recipe in the assembly line for the Greg Star bee spawn egg because we are going to have
Sounds
to
good to
send
me.
in the liquids as well to make it work. So we're just missing 2 neutronium bees for the Greg bee craft.
Ta-da!
Nice. They look like little claws.
I am a sheep with claws. Rawr. It's just...
The Greg Star bee spawn egg is craftable. Should I start it?
Wait, I'm coming over. I'm coming over.
Does it have the bee stuff in here? Oh, I see that as a problem. The bee has to do block, neutronium, spawn egg,
Yes.
starry bee, and then another neutronium. The recipe didn't split them out properly. It grouped the neutronium bees into the same one. What's the way around that? I don't know. And then the final slot needs to be the 8 hatches. There we go. It's done.
Whoa,
It's
I'm
done.
coming. Oh, where?
In
It's
our
my-
storage.
Can I have him? Can I have him?
I'll let you do the honors. Place him down. Let's see this guy.
I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited.
There he is. Oh, he's so blue. Oh,
so
what a
pretty.
guy. Wait, I need a
Oh, he's
screenshot.
such a good
Oh.
lad.
With the G on the side of his bum.
He's beautiful.
Oh, he's perfect in every way.
Yes.
Would pat softly. The Greg bee is ours.
Once we get enough blocks for this guy to flower,
Mhm.
he'll produce us the Greg Star shards.
Yeah.
And you can craft up Greg Stars using 54 of those shards and 1 of the robust star housings. And once we have that, we can use those stars to get more of the bees so we can get all 5 of them like I have planned. Let's go, man. Oh, I don't trust him near the super track, actually. That's gonna
Yeah.
kill him.
This is going to be kind of a moment where we just need to do a little bit more crafting, a little more AFK and waiting for some things to fill back up, a lot of our buffers to fill back up. So what I'm going to do is I will cut this clip here. We got the Greg Star, we got the Greg Star B, but now we're going to get a couple more Greg Stars and get the block. And then we'll be able to infinitely produce Greg Stars for basically free. All right, this is it. We've gotten the bee and we are ready to craft up our 9th Greg Star. We should have everything that we need here. It looks like we are a little short on vanadium gallium fluid, which is truly unfortunate. Go, go, go. Greg Star, start. The Greg Star, the last one is being crafted.
Over here is the one I set up for him. If you put the block in there, it's all prepped for him.
Good, sir.
Good luck, buddy.
Have a good time in there.
He's cooking. That comb block is going.
This, and now every single Greg Star shard should go into our main storage. There we go. We have infinite Greg Star shards.
I've made the pattern.
Well, if you made a new pattern, put it into the Starforge thing and see if it works. Probably so much cheaper too. Oh, it is.
10.
It's so
I just made 10. I
But-
just clicked 10 and it was like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, it's so much faster too.
That means we can make the Greg bees so much easier. Oh my goodness.
All right, and to complete our pack of 5, let's go ahead and craft up 2 more bee spawn eggs, and then we'll have a total of 5 Greg Star bees. 1 more bee down. Boop.
Nice. We need 1 more.
That guy's got a name.
What? Oh, he does, Monsieur Greg.
Monsieur.
Why does he have a name?
I don't know why.
I
he's-
did not name him.
I didn't name him either. He came like that.
Hello, good sir.
I feel like I need to show some respect here.
I don't think we should put him in the apiary. I don't think that's I feel like that's not ethical anymore.
I feel like he
Oh,
needs
he's
to
very-
just be with the
Hello, sir.
Starforge or something.
Yes, I think he needs to just have a home. Monsieur Greg. Is that like a random chance to happen? Like, how does that work?
See what
Greg
the-
Starby?
Let's see what the
Greg
next one
Starby.
comes out as.
Greg Starby. Monsieur Greg. We got a shiny. Heck yeah, man. This is truly the euphoria that I thought it would be.
But with that, I think that's a fantastic place to call it and end off this series on such an amazing note. We've had so many adventures along the way, so many things we've learned and challenges we've overcome. It's been an amazing time. And Grace, I hope you've had as good of a time as I have. We're excited to see what's next. I don't know what's next. What's next?
I don't know, it's your YouTube channel.
But if any of you have been watching along and thought to yourself, hey, you know what? I might want to try and get the Greg Star and get these Greg bees for myself, Well, you can. You can go ahead, download the All the Mods 9 mod pack, and it's a fantastic pack. I highly recommend it. If you haven't checked it out, the All the Mods team is a fantastic group, and they made an amazing GregTech experience for a beginner like us. And if you are interested in starting your adventure to get the Greg Star, I'm going to be putting out a video. After this one is going to be a tips and tricks video of things that we've learned going through this pack and some little things and hints that can make your playthrough a whole lot smoother and a whole lot easier, which is a big deal when it comes to GregTech. So if you are excited about that, stay tuned for the next video. It will be all about that stuff, and I hope you will get some very useful information from that, especially coming from a GregTech beginner, stuff that helped me out and helped Grace out along the way. And after that video, well, there's going to be an amazing world tour because, boy, we've spent so much time in this world, but there are a lot of things that we want to finish up and get with this world, especially for those of you who want to check out the world download. If you do want to check out all of what this world has to offer, as well as all of our schematics that we've used for our GregTech rooms and all that stuff, and any other schematics for, the other builds we've done, definitely head over to the Discord to check out how to become a Patreon supporter. But with all that yapping out of the way, I think we actually should, sign off from this series.
Oh, it's been so long.
Kind of a bit of a tear in my eye.
Goodbye, Monsieur Greg.
Oh, well, we'll be seeing Monsieur Greg around. I mean, this guy's not going anywhere.
No, he's my best friend now.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really hope you did enjoy this episode and also this whole series. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like and a comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. But that's it from me, everybody. I hope you all have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Woo!